We're going to be looking at Volo and Togepi, the new sync pair that's going to be released March 29th, 2024. Volo and Togepi is a field sync pair, meaning that after you have EX'd him and you sync for the first time, he will set Fairy Zone. He gets an EX roll of Tech. It is a Fairy type with a weakness of Steel. Looking at the stats, you have an HP of 685, and an attack and special attack of 354, defense and special defense at 198, and speed at 282. So, you can increase these if you EX. Now keep in mind that the base, I have it at level 150. It's going to be a little bit lower if it's only at 140. But if you invest the EX roll and the Tech EX roll, you're looking at a HP of 845, an attack and special attack of 414, which is pretty decent, a defense and special defense of 258, and now a speed of 322. Now let's take a look at his moves, his actual kit. He has a 2-gauge spammable Dazzling Gleam. He has a Sinnoh Solidarity. You get 2 of these, which is pretty much a zone or a terrain mixed in with a master passive. That's the best way to explain it. It is Sinnoh Circle Defensive, meaning that once you use it, every one of your sync pairs will, 1, get physical move up next and special move up next, 1 of each. And you're also granted, while the zone is active, and you have the Sinnoh theme skill for each one of your support, the rest of your team, a maximum power up of 20% and a maximum damage reduction of 25%. As you see, the damage reduction is more, hence why it's the defensive. Now, he does have a B move, and that is Masterful Metronome. Activation, you have to use a move. So you start the match, you use this is an investment on him, and then you can use Masterful Metronome. But once you've used it, you got to use another move. So you use it, and then Dazzling Gleam, or use your circle, and then you can use it again. Now, it is Metronome, so it's going to call random moves. For example, Hyper Beam, Giga Impact, which you'll see in his actual skills, his passives, those will become Fairy type instead of normal type. Also, examples are Blast Burn, Hydro Cannon, Giga Impact, so just high damaging, high gauge moves. He has a trainer move. This is an investment, which can be used on him, or you can use it on another ally. Raises the attack and special attack by 4 ranks and raises allies' crit by 3. So, like I said, you can use that on yourself, or you can use that on a teammate. Honestly, more than likely you're going to use it on yourself, but you should also bring a support with you that can raise the other 2 special attack and attack. And then you have his sync move, Rune Enthusiast Merchant Dazzling Gleam. And as you see, if you have him EX'd with attack, you're going to have a power of 450. Now let's remove the tech real quick. So it's base 300 power. But with the tech EX, it jumps up to 450. And then as long as he's EX'd, he will summon Fairy Zone the first time you sync. Now let's look at his skills. Piqued Curiosity. The user's move never misses, which is good. When the user uses normal type attack moves, those moves become Fairy type, like I said, with Giga Impact and Hyper Beam. And then turns the field of play into Fairy Zone the first time the user uses a status move each battle. Meaning the first time you use your B move, which is Masterful Metronome, it will set Fairy Zone. They also have Business Opportunity, lowers one of the target's following stats by 1 rank at random. When users attack against it is successful. So it can drop attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, accuracy, or evasiveness. And it charges the user's move gauge by 1 when the attack move hits. Lastly, you have Circle Team Special Move Up 3, which is a 30% boost. Powers up the sync moves of all allied sync pairs when Circle is on the field of play. Which is decent. It is. He also gets a custom Unfortuitous 4 as his lucky skill that will be given out. That has a 50% chance of lowering stats some more. Now, let's look at his grid. So, let's look at 1 out of 5. You get your basic stuff, unflappable, some stat boosts, and some dazzling gleam power-ups. At 2 out of 5, you're going to be able to get Gobsmack, which causes confusion, whimsical acceleration that increases the amount of move gauge recovery you get when Fairy Zone's in place. Move gauge refresh for Masterful Metronome. This is a good one because since you are using Metronome, which calls random moves, powers up moves that are not super effective, meaning if the move you use isn't super effective against them, it'll get a boost to make up for it not being super effective. Because it's Metronome, you don't get to pick what move it calls. You also have T-Move, which is your trainer move. This is Investment, MP Refresh. Circle Attack move, Damage Reduction, 2. And then Circle Move Gauge quickly charges the move when the your circle is on the field of play. You got Sync Regen, just some of the usual ones they throw in there. And then we have 3 out of 5, which you get Soften Up, crits hit more easily. Trainer move, attack, and special attack up 9, 100% chance of raising user's attack and special attack by 1 rank when the trainer uses a move, which is something you should probably grab if you don't have another sync pair with you to boost that last 2 stats that you need. You have your Sinnoh Circle Defensive Extension, which is good. Satisfied Snicker, 100% chance to lower target special attack by 1 rank. And keep in mind, these are all 3 out of 5. Sync Free for All. You have Overwhelm 9. Super Duper Effective 5. So when you do hit those super effective moves, which you have a 30% chance of hitting super effective with Metronome, because you can pull a fairy type move, and then you have the 2 normal type moves that you can pull. So it's about a 30% chance of hitting super effective if you're not using Dazzling Gleam. And then you have Brain Sync 5, powers up user sync move when special attack is raised, which is a 50% boost. Then you have your 4 out of 5, which adds Head Start 1. And then this is an investment move on ally physical boost up 1 on special boost up 1. When the user's move targeting an allied sync pair, so when you use this as an investment on an allied sync pair, they will gain another additional +1 physical and +1 special move up next. So when you use it, instead of them just getting 1, well, no. When you use it, they'll get that 1. So say you do this, and then you activate your Sinnoh Circle, that will give 1 ally 2 of each. So it just increases the amount of physical move up next and special move up next. And if you get the gauge refresh here, every time you use that on an ally, it's going to give that +1/+1. Okay, and let's look at our 5 out of 5. Fairy Zone Team Attack DR2. Is that the... Yes. Okay, so that's going to be when Fairy Zone is up, it's going to cause your allies to take less damage while Fairy Zone is up. And then also you get Sundering 9. Has a 100% chance of lowering the target's defense and special defense, or both, by 1 rank when the user's move targeting the opponent is successful. So, Volo and Togepi, they are a decent sync pair. And if you enjoy Volo and Togepi, which this is the second Togepi we're getting, but keep in mind, this is before the big reveal with Volo. So if you've played the Legends Arceus game, you understand, like, this is before the big reveal. So that's why he's got a Togepi. Now, if you do pull for him, you also unlock his Trainer Lodge sync pair, which I'll go over on another video, which gives him Gibble. So technically, pulling from him, you're going to have 2. I mean, you still got to earn his Trainer Lodge one, which is free. It just takes time. But you are able to get another sync pair, and he has Gibble. Personally, if, say that out of the 4 new ones, you can only get 1, personally, I'd skip this one. Unless Volo and Togepi is your favorite sync pair. Because the Heracross and Berry sync pair is insane. And I'll go over that. I'll make a video for that. But that sync pair is just absolutely insane how much damage they deal. So, me personally, I'm going to try to get all 4. But if you can only choose one, my advice, don't go with Volo and Togepi unless they're your absolute favorite. But thanks for watching. I will post videos for Girafarig and Jacq. I'm going to do the Gibble and Volo. And I'm also going to do the Heracross and Berry and Serena and Scizor. Like and subscribe. I hope y'all have a great day.